Here we go. Here we go again. DBL next. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go again. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house with the one, the only, the indelible one. DBL Nick's in house. And of course, the priceless one, my queen, the one that I love the most, my betrothed. I like to call her my betrothed. It is none other than the stock queen herself, DBL Moms. Yes, indeed. Now it's a party. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only a show, so this is not stock advice or financial advice. We are not stock professionals or financial advisors, so do your own due diligence. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and do what this gentleman says.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Just ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring. And ladies and gentlemen, you can also follow us on X, which is also known as Twitter, at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. And of course, you could follow us on the Twitch, at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. And we're going to be streaming for a while on social media, and then after that we're going to be streaming on our own Discord. So if you'd like to join us and check out our Discord as well, we've got a special where you could sign up for a 5-day trial for $1, and then thereafter it's $39.99, and we call a lot of bangers a lot of times in there. Earlier this morning we called ISPC, which went parabolique, ASTI, parabolique, Z-Car, parabolique, and of course you're looking at the last one that we called that went parabolic was ONMD, because that's the way we do things. The early bird gets the cash. Forget about the worm, man. I don't want no worms. I'm not going fishing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at ONMD, which went up 130% on news. The news was OneMedNet reports greater than 5-fold expansion of IRWD trademark network and platform. It has a float of 9 million and the volume so far is 27 million. Now we're looking at the 5-minute chart, and it looks like it's starting to pull back, and that makes a lot of sense because it's super extended, and we could look right down here and see that the RSI is showing us that it is in the over purchased area, and it has run 130%, and we can see that the 5-minute candle right here has a top tail.
We don't like top tails.
We don't, we don't like the top tails.
We like the bottom.
We're all about the bottom tail. So we're going to come back to ONMD because it may still have some juice in it. Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. We don't know. Maybe.
Good morning, Raymond.
But we're going to go and check out some other tickers. What's up, Raymond? What's going on? Good morning. The early bird gets the cash. Forget about the worm. Forget about the worm. All right, so we had an early run at ISPC. Let's take a look at it. It pulled back quite a bit, and you can see it formed a double top right in the supply zone right there. So let's get the graffiti pencil out just to make it nice and neat. But right now, it's way below the demand zone, way below the demand zone. So let's go ahead and put that right there, and let's go right there, and let's get some facts about ISPC. ISPC is currently up only 28% after going parabolic earlier in the morning. The float's 6 million. The volume's only about 16 million. I'm not seeing any recent news other than on May 20th there was a beneficial ownership form filled out, so some insider buying, and you could see it formed a double top right over here, and it's a sub-dollar stock, so obviously a lot of volatility, a lot of how should we say? Craziness.
Craziness, right?
Yeah, craziness. But it went parabolic, and you can see it came off the demand zone. This is the old demand zone. And the supply zone, it went up to the supply zone and hit the supply zone, crashed back down, predictable, and then hit the supply zone again, and it formed a double top. Ladies and gentlemen, another graffiti pencil out. So it formed a double top right over here and right over there. Let's do that. Boom and boom. Go ahead, give it to me right there. And then it came crashing down, and now it's trying to bounce off the 200 EMA, but it is currently below VWAP, so we'll keep an eye on it just because of the parabolic move that it made, but it faded pretty hard. So let's see what happens. The volume is it's okay, 16 million, but the float's 6 million. So, I mean, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more volume than that, ladies and gentlemen, a little more volume than that. Okay, so that's where we're at with this particular stock. Let's move on to the next one. The next one that popped up earlier in the morning was PIII, PIII, and PIII is announced approximately 42 million in private placement. 42 million in private placement. The float is on the higher side, but it's only a 60-cent stock. It's at 40 million, but the volume's only 664,000, and you could see that it has this very narrow tail right here. You know, what have you done for me lately is what I'm thinking, Doubles. What do you think?
Lately.
What have you done for me lately? Let's put a level over here. A level. We'll put a level, and yeah, you know, we'll keep an eye on you, but you're not particularly schmexy at this juncture. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to some other tickers. Let's go take a look at Zcar. Zcar was another stock that moved rather aggressively for a while, and we created this pennant over here, which was smack in the middle of the zone of demand, in the zone of supply, and it was a question of what is it going to do? Is it going to decide to go up or down? And basically, it's been fading off since. Zcar's situation is, again, a heavy floated stock, but again, the stock's under $1, so we could forgive the heaviness of the float a little bit. 47 million shares, but only 41 million volume, so not a heck of a lot of volume moving this particular stock, which is now up only 76%. But remember, Zcar went up 185%. And who called it before the parabolic move? We did. Flexing in the mirror. Yo, what's up? CRKN, you're doing it again. Let's go take a look. Raymond, let's go take a look at CRKN. CRKN doing a little curlage right there. Looks like a dead cat bounce. Let's take a look at it at the 1 minute, and it is certainly curling up. So we'll put a little reminder here for ourselves. Let's put a little reminder here for ourselves so we'll get a ringy dingy if it turns on and starts pumping. Let's take a look at what it looks like on the 5 minute chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoomy, zoom, zoom. Okay, let's create some levels here. Let's create some levels of support first. So we got our graffiti pencil out. Boom. How about it right there? We could do one right there. We could do one right there. How about one right there? And then we could go right over there for another support area. And then we could say resistance. Resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. So that's some of the situations here. So let's take a look at that. Support at 8.5 cents, 12 cents, 12.5 cents, 13.5 cents, and then resistance at 15.25, 17 at 12, and 18.5 on CRKN. Thank you, Raymond, for pointing that out. We'll keep an eye on the potential dead cat bounce. We got to come up with a better name than that. We got to come up with a better name than that because I like cats. I like the pussy cottons.
The pussy cottons?
I like the pussy cottons. I like them. Don't you guys like pussy cottons? I like them a lot.
Yes.
Meow. Let's keep going. All right. CRKN. Okay, let's take a look at ONMD and see what it's doing. ONMD. Let's check in with ONMD, and it is testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Is this mic on or what? Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. It is giving us a couple of top tails, 3 top tails on the 5 minute chart. I don't like that. We have a high of 122. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. It does have news, and there is some trendage going on. So let's go ahead and get our graffiti pencil out and create a trend right over here, right there. So we can see that it is trending upward, but we need to see it stay above that trend on the 1 minute. And on the 5 minute, I am particularly concerned about the fact that there are these top tails, and these top tails could be a double top. And that could be a reversal. And we don't like reversals. And it's having difficulty breaking the 122. 122. Raymond wants to know about SINT. Let's go take a look at SINT. And ONMD will check back on you later. SINT is another penny stockaroon. And it looks very similar to CRKN in the fact that it looks like a dead cat bounce on the 5. Let's pull it on the 1 and see if it looks like that. No, on the 1 it's actually trending upward on light volume. Light volume, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and put it on the 5 minute and give it some levels. We could see that it's approaching a supply level. So let me go ahead and zoom out and see what we originally drew a couple of days ago. All right, so a couple of days ago you could see what we were drawing. So let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out and create our supply and demand zone. Dun, dun, dun. Demand zone. Right there. Right about there. Right about there. Right about there. And the supply zone's right about there. Right about there. and we are smack in the middle, and it is curving. And if we look at the 1 hour chart, which is 20 days, you could say maybe there's a double bottom right here. Maybe. Let's get a cycle around it right about there. Maybe. But again, it's a 20-day chart, And probably it is because the price action did start to move upward. Let's go into a shorter time frame. Let's go to the 10 minute, and it still kind of holds that double bottom, if you will, and on a much longer time frame, you could see that it may be possibly forming the beginnings of a cup and handle. But again, this is a 10-day chart, so let's get to something a little bit more recent, like the 5 minute chart, and we could see that it is in fact curling up, and it's certainly worth keeping an eye on. So we'll put and a light over here, and if we get a ringy dingy, we'll come back and visit SINT. Thanks, Raymond, for the other ticker that you just gave us. All right, let's go back to the videotape. Let's see what else is playing around here. So let's go to, we said Z-Car, let's go to G-Wave. G-Wave is an interesting situation. G-Wave had news yesterday. We did a video on it because it had news. It paid off a bunch of its convertible debt. Okay, that's great. And we called it early in the pre-market, in the after hours yesterday, before a parabolic run of 110%. And we posted it on social media, on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
On Twitter. So if you're not following us on Twitter, it's at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. It's called X.com. At Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. And of course, if you're not following us on YouTube, what you doing? Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe and do what this guy says right here.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Ring that bell icon.
Yeah.
Stay notified when new videos are uploaded.
Don't you love when he rolls his R's?
Remember to share.
Can you ring that bell again?
Ring that bell.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Ha-cha-cha. And of course, sharing is caring, peoples. Sharing is caring. So if you're having fun, share.
Oh, and the links to all of our social media is in the description down below.
What he said, that's right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's what's going on here with G-Wave. So what happened is they paid off a bunch of convertible debts. For people who don't know what a convertible debt is, sometimes these small companies need to try to borrow money and they can't get money from regular lenders. So what they do is they go to these lenders that charge a lot of interest and say, hey, I want to borrow some money. I need loot. I need big bucks, I tell you.
Big bucks.
And the lender says, "Oh, I'll give you big bucks, no problem. But you're a pretty risky company. I mean, you're trading for under 20 cents, under 15 cents. So I'm taking a lot of risk. So here's what I want to do. I want shares in the company at a discount." And they take shares in the company at a discount. And then what happens is they immediately sell those shares because the price of the stock is selling higher than the discounted shares that they have. The price usually drops, but the company gets money and keeps on moving along. So what they did was they paid off the loan. They paid it off. Beautiful. Stock goes up 110% after we posted about it.
Yes, sir.
After we notified our Discord. Now, here's the thing. These companies are in financial trouble, so a lot of times what they'll do is they'll take out more loans later on. But there was enough juice in this that the stock ran another 69% this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, another 69%. And of course, what did they do? They took out another loan. They took out another loan and the stock dropped. But guess what? It's coming on back up. And it's up 55%. Now, these stocks are super risky. They're super risky. So every time we talk about them, we're not telling you to buy or sell or anything like that. We're telling you to do your own due diligence. This is a show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a show. So when somebody says something like, oh my God, it went down. Yeah, stocks go up and down. That's what happens. That's what they do. That's what they do, especially if they're only 12 cents. Man, you can't even buy a bubble gum, DBL, for 12 cents.
Nope.
Bubble gum's like $1.
Nah, it is $1.
$50.
I want some 5 gum.
Yeah, I want some gum.
Gum.
I want some bazooka.
Ooh.
Bubble gum. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're having fun,
Bazooka, I mean,
if you're enjoying the content, go ahead and share. Okay, SINT, we're going to take a look at SNIT. We're getting a little bit of information here that it is starting to move a tad. Raymond, SINT, again, and it moves up. Alrighty, so it is confirming that double bottom type of situation. Let's move to a longer time frame so we can see it a little bit more clearly. So let's get the graffiti pencil out so we can draw the double bottom right there. And it's not a clean double bottom because they're not right next to each other. Usually you want to see them right next to each other. But again, this is another ticker that is under 15 cents. So it's going to be a little messy when you play in the mud. I mean, it's just the way it goes. But it is moving up. SINT currently up. 20%. 20%. Floats 22 million, volume 16 million, and we will continue to keep an eye on SINT because it's making some noise. It's making some noise, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Let's go to the videotape for ZCAR, see what's going on with ZCAR, because I think it was selling off after its parabolic run. Yeah, it certainly was. So this is definitely moving down to the demand zone. Let's see if it holds at the demand zone, and let's see if it wants to bounce back. The volume is kind of on the light side. So here's the demand zone, and it's coming down to the demand zone. Let's go ahead and put it on a 5-minute chart. 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Boom. And you can see it pulled back quite considerably back to the demand zone, and of course it hit the supply zone and started coming down. And then when it goes into the middle area, there's consolidation, and you don't know if it's going to go up or down. So there you have it. Now we got the supply zone over here, so let's get the graffiti pencil out. Boom. Okay.
Is it the triangle of decision?
It's the triangle of decision. It's kind of like the Bermuda Triangle. Dun dun dun. But it could be good or bad. It could be good or bad.
Yes.
In this instance, it went down, ladies and gentlemen, and you could kind of see, if I get the other graffiti pencil, you could see that on the 5-minute chart there was a top over here, a top over here, and you could even say an irregular top over here. So you had really the markings of this going down. But sometimes when things parcel out like this, sometimes they break to the top if they have volume. Now, the FOMC, the Fed, spoke yesterday and talked about extending the time frame for potentially dropping interest rates, and as a result, I think the market might have gotten a little shaken today. A little shaken, because they're kind of saying that they're not going to cut rates right away. Maybe, but they don't want to let you know for sure. They don't want, so the market's a little bit, a little shaky, like cha-cha-cha, right? But even with that, we still had ISPC run 106%, ASTI run 184%, ZCAR run 185%, and the ONMD run 165%. Let's go take a look at ONMD. That is the star of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It broke, and it was not a double top. It went up to $1.31. ONMD is now up 165% on news that it reported a greater than 5-fold expansion of IRWD trademark network and platform. Have no idea what that is. Don't care, because I only scalp these suckers. That's what I do. I'm a scalper. Cha-cha-cha. Floats 9 million. Volumes 33 million. ONMD is the leading runner of the day. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and put another level at $1.32, the new high of the day, the new resistance, and it's still maintaining itself, and it looks like it still got some juice in the tank. RSI is certainly overbought, but you still got a lot of green candles in the volume. So let's go ahead and lower this. And it's tickling the resistance of 132, the previous high. We got another resistance level right around 149. Let's keep an eye on it. It's trying to break the 132 level. Let's see if it becomes a trap or if it keeps on moving. Now remember, we still had that double top over here. It pierced through. Can it hold, or does it flush down because of that double top? That's a question that we need to ask ourselves, the DBL, Nix. We have to ask. I'm asking you, DBL. I'm asking you. Yes. And we have a trend line that's still friends with the price action. The trend is still friends with ONMD. Still. Boom, still supporting it. It's creeping up a little bit more. 171%. 171%, but again, it's still playing with that 132 level. We want to see it hold 132 and move up. And if not, it could be pulling back because, again, there is that potential of that double top that was here. It kind of broke it, so I'm thinking that we have a decent chance that it could keep going up, but I'm still concerned about it. So I'm going to get my graffiti pencil out and put a little circle around it because I don't like these double tops right there. I don't like that. That's what worries me. But I'm getting a little bit of a bottom tail, and I like the bottom tail. I think it's particularly schmexy, the bottom tail. Yeah? You like bottom tail? I like bottom tail. We love bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tails, baby. Bottom tails, but it's red. So we need it to turn green. This is what it looks like on the 5-minute. We can see that it is certainly overbought in the RSI. Still a huge green candle, but this one right here is becoming an indecisive one. Now it's turning green. Now it's pumping. Now it's pumping. We now are up 177%. Does it hold? Ladies and gentlemen, I got to have my espresso ice. Oh. It hits $1.40, 183%. It's grinding. It has news. It has news for what it's worth. Ladies and gentlemen, it has news for what it's worth. It does. It does. It does. It does. One MedNet reports greater than 5-fold expansion of IRWD network and platform. That's what we got. And it is currently 189%, coming up to the next resistance level, which is $1.49. $1.49. It's up 195%, ladies and gentlemen. 195%. Do we get a double bagger on this? 195. Can I get a 200? Can I get a witness? Oh, the humanity of it. Oh, get me a tissue. Tito, get me a tissue, please. We're still watching it. We're going to keep an eye on it. It is certainly extended. It is certainly grinding its way up. And it's not going bananas, but it's certainly moving up. And we're going to keep an eye on it because it's still not giving up. It's coming up to the resistance and still moving. 200%! Ladies and gentlemen, we just got 200%. Does it break through the $1.49? Because check this out. After $1.49, we got another level at 170! 210%! Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show and you're seeing the short squeeze in action, would you please consider sharing? Because we think that's caring, and we're up 222%. ONMD, or is it OMG? OMG, ONMD, OMG, what's up? 222%. Ladies and gentlemen, it hits a high of $1.60. It is extended like you wouldn't believe. But what a nice job. Thank you very much. And it seems like it's not done yet. It's still doing squeezy. Nice and easy. 224%, ladies and gentlemen. 224. That's where we're at right now. Let's go, baby. The next level would be $1.70. Can it make it? It is super extended, and I'm going to get rid of these double tops. They were not valid, and I love when that happens. You ain't valid. I'm going to get rid of you. Boom. Get out of here. Get out of here, you big, ugly double top. Get out of there. I'm even going to get rid of the circle. I don't even want the circle there. $1.60. Still trying to push upwards. Uh-oh. 230%. 232%. Ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it. What a schmexy move. Schmexiness in order. Schmexiness in order. Schmexy alert. Schmexy alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, so we got up to 200 and what was it? 200 and what?
232.
230 what?
232.
232. DBL Moms tells us it was up 232%. Who am I to question the DBL Moms? Ladies and gentlemen, that is ONMD. OMG for ONMD.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to introduce you to ONMD, which again has news, and the news was that it reports greater than 5-fold expansion of IRWD, whatever that means, network and platform. Float 9 million, volume almost 40 million, the humanity of it, and now it's pulling back. So we will check on you a little bit later. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be streaming on the Discord as well after we're done streaming here on the YouTube,
Yes,
on
sir.
the Twitter,
Yes,
on
sir.
the Twitch.
Yes,
So if you
sir.
want to join us, the link's in the description to join us on the Discord for a 5-day trial for $1. It's less than a cup of coffee.
Yes, sir.
And then it's $39.99 after that. And we caught a lot of bangers a lot of times, like ONMD, which went up over 200%, 232%, like ASTI, 184%, ISPC, 106%, ZCAR, 185. Oh, and the baby one, G-Wave, 69%.
Nice.
69.
Nice.
9999999999999999999. And it also went up 110% yesterday when we called it in the Discord. Because that's what we do. Yeah. And guess what? ONMD is trying to curl back up on the 5. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. 1 minute chart. Let's take a look at the 1 minute chart. And we can see that it is clearly in the overbought area of the 1 minute chart. And it's kind of rolling over. It needs to maintain resistant support at 149. If it doesn't hold 149, we could see a drop in action. But right now, it's still fighting. It's still pushing. It is currently up 214%. It was up 232% just a few minutes ago. But it's giving us a top tail on the 1. And we don't like top tails.
We like the
bottom tails, and it's pulling back. So, what have you done for me lately? ONMD. But I will put a little ringy-dingy alert on here because you do look kind of charming, and maybe we could chat over some tea later on. But for now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Were you trying to trick me? Hold on. Hold on. Let's keep an eye on it. I mean, the indicators are that it should be pulling back, but maybe, just maybe, you were trying to psych us out. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's take a look at the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
And the 5 minutes showing us that it's trying to reclaim its price action. It is, in fact, reclaiming it. We're up to 228%. Come on, don't give me a top tail. If you're going to do it, just do it. Go to 170. Go to 170. Come on now. No top tail. Don't fake us out. Is this going to be a bull trap? Is this a bull trap? Come on, don't be a bull trap. Be cool, yo. Be cool. My peeps want to see another squeezy. Nice and easy. Come on now. Give me a squeeze. Give me a squeeze. Can you do it? Can you do it? You are oversold on the RSI. We know that. We know that. On the 5 minute. What about the 1 minute? 1 minute. Oversold on the 1 minute. But it's still trying. Again, indecisive. Could it be an A, B, C, D pattern? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced, but let's go ahead and draw it anyway. 1 here, A to B, B to C, and C to D. That's what we want. We want to go beyond 170. Give me a bottom tail green, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tail, turn green. If you're going to do it, turn green. Otherwise, we could potentially have a double top, and it could be bearish and moving downward. So it is indecisive. But at this juncture, it's time to create a channel because it is channel time. Channel time. It is in a channel of decision. It needs to decide what it wants to do. It's in this channel. It needs to maintain 149. I'd like to see it break 170. If it doesn't maintain 149, we could see a flushy-wushy going downward, and I don't like that. But it is super extended, but we're getting closer to the 9:30 bell, and volume will be coming in. Do they freak everybody out and bring it down before they bring it up? That's very common. We see that. Who's they? I don't know.
Who's they?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But let's take a look at this on the 5 minute chart and see what's going on the 5 minute chart. It is certainly being indecisive. And again, it is extended. So we will check you out later. And again, it is a top tail on the 5 minute. We don't like those top tails.
We like the bottom tail.
It's all about the bottom tail. The bottom tail. It's all about that. Okay, ONMD. You're tiring me. I'm going to go check out another ticker while you make a decision what you want to do. How about CYTO? CYTO. CYTO had a nice popping tail, but pulled back down significantly, and now it's a top tail. We don't like the top tail, ladies and gentlemen, but they announced a dissemination of positive results from Bentrio trial in seasonal allergenic rhinitis through social media channels of Top Allergy Journal. The float is small, 1.4 mil. The volume is 1.4 mil, and it has a double top on the 5. So what have you done for me lately, CYTO? CYTO, we'll check you out later. Let's take a look at the videotape for G-Wave. G-Wave. Let's take a look at G-Wave, ladies and gentlemen. G-Wave. wave, and we can see that it is slightly above the demand zone, on the 5 minute, but it seems to be forming what could potentially be a double top, which would be a bearish indicator, possibly on the 5 minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's zoom in, and it is certainly consolidating above VWAP, but it doesn't look like it has the volume yet because the candles look kind of staccato. And they don't look healthy yet. They need to take their vitamins, A, B, C, D vitamins. I like the A, B, C, D vitamins. You know how the A, B, C, D vitamins go? Here's how the A, B, C, D vitamins go. They go like this: A, B, the C, and then the D. The D goes over here. You need a vitamin D. It's good for you. Boom, like that. Maybe. But again, it looks like it does not have enough volume at this point. So, yes, you went up 110% yesterday. Yes, you went up 69% today. 69, I said that. Nice. Ow, DBL moms. Talking about the price action. Mom, stop. She's so mean to me. The chancleta is real, people. The chancleta is real. Oh, my God. Anyway, it looks like it needs volume. Okay, so it went almost 180% in 2 days. And right now it does not have volume. So we'll put a side chart for you. Side chart. But you need to start getting a little bit more schmexy than that. Let's go see what's going on with ONMD. Let's see if it's moving again. Did it correct itself? Did it decide what it wanted to do? And it looks like it's doing that pullback. That's what we were concerned about. We weren't sure what exactly it was going to do. So this is what it looks like on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at it at the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
Let's go and zoom in on the 5 minute. And you can see at this point it looks like the ABCD became invalid. We were hoping that maybe, but it did not pan out. And in fact, we were concerned that it would come down, and so far it is coming down. And on the 5 minute, we got this ugly double top. We don't like double tops. We like double bottoms. And it's even better if you got a bottom tail. So now, the question is, does it stay in this channel? Because we need for it to stay above the $1.49 figure. So let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out and do some drawing right there, right over there. Let's do some drawing. And what we want to see is we want to see it make a move, make a groove, jump on up. We want to see it come up and definitely get past $1.64. We're not sure if that's going to happen because it looks like a potential double top. But if it can break 164 and then 170, then we got some levels over here. Right there. We got levels and we got some space. We got some space, ladies and gentlemen. Space! Space, I tell you.
Yes.
Yes. But right now, another top. Sadly, another top. And that is not what we want. We do not want a top. We want it to pierce through. If it's going to do its thing, let's go and zoom in a little bit. And you can see there's a bunch of tops on the 5 minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. The 1 minute chart. And we can see that on the 1 minute, again, prevailing tops over here. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it has to definitely get over this level for sure. Definitely get over this level for sure. And getting over the 170 mark would make me feel really, really schmexy. But right now, what have you done for me lately, ONMD? ONMD, what have you done for me lately? ASTI, ladies and gentlemen, ASTI. Let's take a look at the videotape. ASTI. I might go back to ONMD. It looks like it was turning green on a level 2. So we'll go back and check it out. And we could see that the ASTI stock went parabolic earlier, came back down on a double top, and it curled, tried to break through VWAP, and now it's channeling below VWAP. Not particularly schmexy, but we have an alert just in case it makes its way back up. Let's go to the videotape for ONMD and see what's going on with it. Did it decide to go up? It's still trying. It's still trying, but it's moving kind of slow. So let's take a look at some other tickers. Let's take a look at Zcar, which sold off pretty hard after a big parabolic pre-market run, and it is in the demand zone. Let's get the graffiti pencil out. DBL, I'm sharpening the graffiti pencil.
For a second, I thought you said you were sharpening the DBL. I'm like, okay.
I was going to say DBL by accident. So we could call it DBL graffiti pencil. I mean, I got
DBL pencil.
no what qualms about that.
Qualms.
Qualms. I'm using like $7 words, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. So we
Yeah,
could
big
see
words.
that the price action in Zcar is in the demand zone. We would need to see it curl
Curl.
above the demand zone. It is currently below VWAP.
VWAP.
So it's not particularly Shmexy at this juncture. It's just not. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's just not Shmexy. So let's go to the videotape and see if we can find another tickeroon that is Shmexy. CYTO. We talked about it a few seconds ago. It seems to be trying to curl. Let's go take a look at it. CYTO. Come on now. Put me in there. Put me in, coach. CYTO, and we have a double top type of situation on the 1 minute, and that's not particularly interesting to me. And on the 5 minute, it's also a double top, so we don't like what we're seeing right here. Let's go to the 1 minute, create the double top drawing with the graffiti pencil.
Yes, sir.
We got a top over here and a top over there. And yeah, you moved up a little bit, CYTO. But what have you done for me lately, ladies and gentlemen? Not Shmexy. Moving on to another tickeroo. Let's go and check out ISPC. ISPC ran parabolic and then pulled back. Ran parabolic earlier in the morning. It formed a double top into the supply zone. No surprise there. But then it did not hold this particular demand zone and kept on going lower, and you could see that the demand zone was right at VWAP. It broke VWAP. What's wrong with you, ISPC? What have you done for me lately? Yeah, okay, so you went up 106%. What is that supposed to mean right now?
What have you done for me lately?
We just can't talk. Talk to me when you start moving. Let's go take a look at ONMD again. ONMD, OMG, ONMD. And it is, again, trying to stay in this particular channel. We need to see it stay above 150, 149. Let's get the graffiti pencil out to continue the extension. It is certainly extended at this point, and it is certainly channeling. And again, you know, it had a very parabolic move of 232%. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see that. 272%, and you could see that it trended up pretty strong. But I wouldn't be particularly surprised if it pulls back,
Yes, sir.
because it went so strong. And certainly at the bell, there might be some profit taking. There might be. Maybe. So maybe the stips. Will it then rip? I don't know. But we're going to keep an eye on you, because ONMD is the leading gainer of the morning.
Yes, sir.
And it did hit a high of 232%, and currently it's up 208%. It's giving me a small bottom tail. That's okay. It's all right. But we need more than that. I don't want to sound too demanding, but you got to give me more than that. Let's go to the 5 minute chart and see what the 5 minute chart looks like. And when you go to the 5 minute chart, you can see that the bottom tail is red. We don't like red ones. We want the green ones. If you're going to give me a bottom tail,
Yes.
give me a green one. But here's the good news. It's in that channel. It's above $1.50. It's above $1.50. We want to see it go past $1.70. I'm concerned that there are triple tops in play here, so this could reverse. It's currently still on the uptrend. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out and extend our line, and we can see that it is still above the trend line, and it is in the channel of decisions. We're creating these names, by the way. We are creating names for these things here, but it's basically a channel, and it's basically a range where it's kind of consolidating, and we want to see it stay above the $1.49, and it's having a hard time doing it. And now it's forming another top tail, which is a bearish indicator, because now you have, ready? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 top tails on the 5 minute chart. That's not Shmexy. We like bottom tails. And we could go ahead and take a look at the 1 minute, and we could see even on the 1 minute, you got a lot of top tails, and it's starting to move downward, and it's now at the 20 EMA. If it doesn't hold the 20 EMA, we could see a flush down to $1.30, and that's the problemo. That's the problem when you have those top tails. So let's go to another videotape. Let's go take a look at ASNS on the scanner. ASNS up 72%. 72%. It is an 87-cent stock. It has volume of the float's 2.2 million. The volume's only 700 million. Doesn't have news. Earnings back on May 15th. Earnings on May 15th. And a bunch of top tails. Not particularly. Shemexi having difficulty breaking the $1 price point. Having difficulty breaking the $1 price point. So not particularly Shemexi. Let's go take a look at BCYC. BCYC. And I'm going to have some espresso. There's no volume on BCYC, which is currently up 17%. Not interesting. How about BuzzFeed? Yesterday, I think they had news that Vivek, whatever his last name is, I can't. Yeah, what would say it again?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
God bless you.
Yes.
God bless you, BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed. Let's take a look and see what it did, because BuzzFeed yesterday moved pretty aggressively. But right now, let's get rid of some of these drawings. Ladies and gentlemen. Removing drawings. Whoop, 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 whoop. Clear the drawings. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we could see that there is consolidation just above VWAP. But it's barcoding on the 1 minute. And it's kind of barcoding on the 5 minutes, so not particularly schmexy just yet. I wouldn't even put it on a side chart, but it'll be on a chart. We'll put it on a watch list. Yeah, a watch list. That's the ticket right there. Let's go and check out another ticker. Let's go check out ticker number HYW, which popped up early in the morning. Let's see what it's doing. HYW. Did I do it correctly? Maybe I did it wrong. HYW. Not HWY. HYW. Not schmexy. Not schmexy. I could say that. How about ASNS moving? ANS 110%. I turn my eyes away from you for a segundo, and you go 110%. You had double topped before. You silly bird, you. Okay, it's up 110% at $1.06. So let's go ahead and get a graffiti pencil out and create a level. We're going to create the level at $1.06. $1.06, and we got 1.5 million volume. It is a low floater. It had earnings report. It looks like an earnings report back on May 15th. That's the latest news. So there's not much going on here, but we have volume of 2.16 million. We have a float of 2.2 million, but this one is certainly another top tail. Another top tail. I'm going to put a little alert here just in case we'll get a ringy dingy if it starts to move up. ASNS now is currently up only 81%, so there was a 30% drop, and that's what's kind of scaring me about this particular stock. And now it's forming two top tails on the 5 minute. Let's take a look at it in 1 minute. And you can see on the 1 minute clearly it's starting to turn the corner and start getting bearish. Bearish. We don't like that. We don't like that. So let's put like a little level over here. We'd like to see it stay above this level. Actually, I'd like to see it stay above VWAP. That would make me feel more, I don't know, shemexy about it. Shemexy about it. Yeah. That's the ticket. All right. So it's kind of like a doji, and it's fighting to stay above the 92-cent mark. But to me, I think it's going to roll over. Not particularly schmexy at this juncture. We're going to go to the videotape for another ticker. Let's go to GWAV. GWAV. We did a lot of drawings over here. Let's get rid of some of the drawings to clear things up, to make things a little bit more clear. We're clearing the drawings, boom, boom, and now we're looking at what's going on, and we could say maybe it's trying to create a bull pennant right here. So let's go ahead and get a graffiti pencil out. But again, there's not a lot of volume on this. It's very choppy, and it did dilute I believe, earlier this morning. It diluted. They did a public offering after running almost 180%. 180%, ladies and gentlemen. That was the run. So we're going to go ahead and do this right here and hope for that. But here's the problem. That would be a bull pattern. But, if you look at the 5-minute chart,
5 minute.
the 5-minute chart, you have a prevailing sign of a potential double top. So it is indecisive as to what's going on with it. So at this particular juncture, yes, you gave me 110% after we posted about it. And yes, you gave us 69% earlier before you diluted.
Nice.
But now,
What
have you done for us lately? Ladies and gentlemen, side chart for GWAV. When you decide what you want to do, I'll come back and chat with you. But for now, I'm Audi 5000. Let's go take a look at CRKN and see what happened with that dead cat bounce. Did it continue or did it fade away? And again, not much going on with CRKN. Let's take a look at SINT. SINT, and not much going on with that except for a sell-off. So again, not schmexy. Let's go to the videotape and see what else is happening. And if you have a ticker that you want us to talk about, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat and we'll check it out. Checking it out. All right, we're scanning. We're on the Serengeti. We're patrolling the Serengeti so that we can bag the next stonk.
Yes.
AMIX is another ticker on the scanner. AMIX? AMIX, 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 and it is currently up 22% with a top tail. We don't like the top tails, ladies and gentlemen.
Like the bottom
It's
tail.
all about the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. And as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. If you're having fun with us today, sharing is absolutely caring. And of course, if you're not following us on Twitter, x.com, we are at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
On the Twitter, at the x.com. And on Twitch, we are at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our handles. And of course, we're going to be continuing our stream on our Discord. So if you're having fun here, we get a lot more in depth on the Discord channel. So you guys can join us on the Discord channel. The link is in the description. You could try the Discord for 5 days for $1, less than the cost of a cup of coffee. $1, and then it's $39.99. And again, we call a lot of bangers a lot of times, and the early bird
Gets the cash.
Forget about the worm. Cash. I don't want worms. I want cash.
I don't want worms either.
Cold cash.
What do we
Green
do with
cash.
worms?
I like green ability. Green ability. So let's see what else is moving. SWIN just popped in. SWIN. Let's see what's going on. SWIN. And it's kind of overpriced. Not really particularly schmexy for us. Let's go back to ONMD and see what's going on with it. ONMD. And you could see that we were concerned about the popping tails. These tails here, and here. And again, we see the price action starting to pull downward, and that was the concern that we had. And if we zoom in, we were hoping that it would stay above the $1.49 and break 170, but we were very concerned about these continuous top tails on the 5-minute. And also on the 5-minute, you have an oversold RSI. And if we take a look at it on the 1 minute, the 1 minute also showed the same thing. It showed 4 top tails and price action curving downward. We have a support line trending upward right here, but right now the price action is becoming uncomfortably close to the trend line, and I'm not 100% sure that it will hold the trend. That being said, this is the leading gainer.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have it on a side chart because I
Side
wouldn't be
chart.
surprised that if it pulls back, maybe a little later, it gets a little schmexy again. You never know.
you never know.
Not financial advice. I'm just chatting.
Yes.
I'm chatting, ladies and
This
gentlemen.
is just a show.
It's just a show, ladies and gentlemen. So we're hitting the 9:20 hour. We're going to be moving the party to our Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, the link is in the description if you'd like to continue
pin
watching
comments.
us, and the pin comments. If you'd like to watch us continue our show. We're a lot more in depth, a lot more serious too.
Yes, sir.
We get very serious in the
Yeah.
Discord. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment. It is $1 through WAP, right? $1 through WAP.
Yes.
It gives you 5 days of our Discord.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, if you decide that you want to continue, you can go and continue at $39.99 per month. So if you'd like to hop in the Discord and watch the rest of the show, go ahead and do that. If not, be very greenable. We love you.
Love you.
And it's Coach Nick Money.
And DBL Mix in the house.
And of course, the stunt queen herself, DBL Moms. And